Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm just arriving at a little marketplace pickup for a haul of hopefully some women's clothing to fill up my eBay and Depop stores. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller of predominantly women's clothing. But yeah, fingers crossed this is a good pickup. It does look pretty good. She's got quite a bit of stock, and it seems like she's wanting to get rid of it for a pretty good price. So let's see what we've got. We're heading into spring now in Australia, so it'll be good to pick up some more spring items. But yeah, we'll just see how we go. Alrighty, so I didn't really want to film in her house, and we were just chitty chatting and whatnot. But behind me we have a great big pile. I ended up spending $200 from her. I picked up a total of 17 items, and we have a resale value here of about $770 through my comping on the sold comps of eBay. So that is absolutely crazy. Obviously, that's something that I'm going to receive. I need to take out shipping, which I do add postage on top, but mostly eBay fees, which equates to about 15%. So yeah, this is a great haul. I picked up lots of brand new items, new with tags, Country Road, Seed, Joseph Ribkoff. So I'm excited to show you guys what I picked up, and yeah, lots of nice little spring finds. Alrighty, so the very first item that we have on the top here, and I really should have buttoned it up to show you, but it is this gorgeous Country Road size 4. So it is a small size, but it is a brand new with tags, 100% silk and linen, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So it's buttoned down, as you can see. It's got this gorgeous little belt detail. It did originally retail for $249, but I should be able to get $79.95 plus post on that one. And I have found a couple of comps already, and it looks like a pretty good seller. The only thing that I can say about some of these items that I picked up are the sizes. So this one is an example of one that was a size 4. I've got a couple of other ones and maybe a 6 in here. So I have priced it a little bit lower just accordingly, because I know smaller sizes aren't as sought after, but I do tend to still do pretty well with smaller sizes. I sort of adjust my prices accordingly. But yeah, the next one is this brand new with tags, another size 4, Forever New. This one is a 100% French linen button down style. It's got the gorgeous little plush sleeve. This one, again, I'm going to try and get the $79.95. It originally retailed for $150, but this one is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Next up, we have a Seed Heritage size 8 gingham puff short sleeve dress. This one here, I believe, is 100% cotton. Now I can see that it does have a little bit of fading. It's not super fresh. So I'm going to aim to list this one up for $39.95, and then I'll be happy to take offers. But going into spring now, I think this would be a great little piece. Next one we have is a Forever New size 12 little sheer multi-layer top. Gorgeous little workwear or even daily casual wear piece. I think you could dress this one up and dress it down. Just noticed it's got a little bit of threading here, but I can cut that. That's totally fine. But I think I'm going to list this one up for the $24.95, possibly even $22.95, and they just accept offers. That's just sort of a bread and butter, basic, sort of does sit around for a little bit longer, but it generally ticks over pretty well. Next up, now we have a lot of linen pieces in this haul, which I think is absolutely fantastic for this time of year. But here we have a size 4 witchery linen violet trapeze dress. It's got the multi layers. Now I can see quite a few listings up for this one here. It does seem like it was a very popular style. So because there are so many listings, I'm going to try and be competitive and list mine up for $39.95. I probably could list it up for a little bit higher, but like I say, it's a size 4, although it's quite a big size 4, but I want my items to tick over and not sit around. The next one is this Princess Highway size 12, beautiful quality denim jacket. This one here, I did see an exact comp which sold for $49.95 back in July. Now that we're going sort of into spring, I do think these items will still sell, but I'm wanting to be competitive again. So I'm going to list this one up for $39.95. This will be an absolute bargain. I should probably consider keeping it for myself, but anyways, we're in the game of reselling here. The next one, we have a Witchery size 8 puffer jacket. It does have a beautiful belt, that's the tag there that goes with it. Now this was another one that I found an exact comp for the $49.95, but again, we're heading out of winter. Something like this is going to take up a little bit of room in storage, so I'm wanting to get that one out. I'm going to list it up for $39.95, and I think that one should go out of the door pretty quickly. Here we have a new with tags little Bardo size extra small ruffle mermaid little skirt. I'm going to just list this one up for the $29.95, I believe, and just see how we go. This was probably not one that I should have picked up, but I thought being new with tags, I would just give it a go and just see what happens. But Bardo, from the looks of sold comps, doesn't really sell for a super high price, but it's just a little test. It was new with tags, so yeah. Next one we have here is, it's a brand that I never really understand why it sells for so much, but anyway, it is a Joseph Ribkoff. It is really pretty. You can see it's a little ruffle sleeveless dress. It was new with tags. This one is a size 8. And I should be hoping to get $59.95 for this one, and that was still super competitive. Some of the comps on these dresses are pretty crazy. There was another Joseph Ribkoff dress that she had, and in hindsight I probably should have picked it up. It wasn't new with tags, but just knowing how much these dresses go for, yeah, when you can pick it up on Marketplace, you know, a little bit cheaper than the thrift stores. I'm going to say that all of this stuff, if I'm going by average, was about $11.70 per item. But yeah, she did sort of give me different prices on different items, so I could go through and actually manually do it. But yeah, $11.75 or whatever it was into $59.95, and that's, I do also add post, is great. And I think this one should be a good seller going into this time of year. This next one is one of those boutique brands that you often see if you're sort of by the beach or on holiday here in Australia. It's Grace & Co. Again, new with tags, size 8. Beautiful little beachy dress, beach cover up, I guess you could even say, but you can see it's got suns, starfish. It's just a gorgeous little piece, and I think this one will do pretty well. I don't see any sold comps. They originally retail for $59.95, so I think I'm going to list it up for half of that, so $29.95 plus post, and just see how I go with that one. It's super cute. I think if I keyword it well, it should be able to get to the right people. I think that one will be a good Depop one though. Next up, we have a Jagged, again brand new with tags, size medium. Now Jagged is not a brand that from my comps sells for a whole lot, but I just thought that this design, and also being new with tags, was pretty cute, and I tried it out. I think I'm going to have to list this one up for $24.95 though, just because of the comps, but it's super cute. I did notice afterwards, and part of the reason why I need to list it for that price is that little mark there. But yeah, if it doesn't really go on to sell, honestly, it's slightly big for me, but it is oversized. I looked up the style. I might just keep it for myself because I think it's really cute with the cherries. I don't know why I love cherries so much. That's that one. Now this next one was one of the, probably one of the best items I picked up today. It's a Seed Heritage size 6, brand new with tags again. It's this beautiful scallop, 100% linen maxi dress that sort of just sits like this. This is absolutely stunning. And again, I'm going to try and get the $79.95 for this one plus post. And I think that this should sell super quick. All of the brand new with tags items, I was able to find the original website before it was marked as out of stock. So I can get the original stock photos if I wanted to. Although I know that you really shouldn't do that. So I would definitely not recommend that. But it's good when you're listing to sort of see how the dress fits. Sometimes when you look at something as well, you're sort of not sure whether it's supposed to be a mini or midi or maxi dress. So it's good to look into the original website link just for a bit of extra information. But I can also see the final price that it sold for when it went on the final sale. And I generally try and stick my pricing around that point. It depends if it's super high in demand from what I can see, and some of them had sold for more than that, then I'll obviously raise it a little bit, but it's just a good ballpark area to do a little bit of research before you get into the listing process. This next one here was a Urban Revivo, and I'm going to zip it up for you. I think it's super cute. It is a linen cotton blend butter yellow dress. This color is super in at the moment. I can't remember what the size of this one was. It was a large, but it's just a beautiful, this is going to be perfect for spring. I should list this one up pretty soon. But yeah, gorgeous dress. I'm going to try and get $29.95 for this one. It would be more of a style sell than I think the brand. Can't see, the brand is sort of odd. It's up and down. I can see sometimes it sells for a lot, and a lot of the time that's over in the US. Otherwise, I can see something that's gone on to sell from bids for a couple dollars. But yeah, I think this one should sell pretty well. And then the final items, we have a bunch of pants, which I don't love selling, but they do tick over, especially workwear. It's something that people need all the time. So yeah, I just have to suck it up. The first one is a Country Road size 10. We have a khaki green pair of jeans, or really dress pants. They are a skinny leg fit, however, which is not fantastic, but I'm hoping to list these ones up for $29.95 and just see how I go. The next one was a Lululemon. Now, as she was going through, so crazy, she sold me these for just $5, but the next one she sold me for $10. I'm not quite sure why, but it's a size medium pair of cargo pants. Beautiful. It's got the cuff on the end. It's got pockets, drawstring as well. But there were some really, really high sold comps for these ones. I'm going to sell mine for $79.95, which was actually sort of on the lower-ish to mid-range of some of these comps, but a lot of them sold over in the US. So taking that into account, I think I did see an exact pair of these selling from the UK, but other than that, I couldn't really see anything else. But in terms of sold, plenty of sold comps for great prices, so this one is an amazing flip. Next one is another pair of cargo pants by Lorna Jane, size medium, so it's an Australian brand for those of you that aren't from Australia. This one here, I think, is something that a lot of PE teachers, dance teachers wear to work. They're just great. Again, with the cuffs on there, I'm going to aim to get $34.95. So those should be a nice, easy sell, I do think. And finally, we have a Witchery size 10 linen wide leg, which is a great dress pant, or yeah, I think definitely dress pants for these ones. Nothing super crazy, standard, but I should be able to get about the $34.95 for these ones plus post. So yeah, that is my huge pile. I think I did super well. It goes to show that you really should try and keep an eye out for these marketplace hauls rather than going op shopping. If I were to pick all of this up at my salvos that I go to, I can tell you that I would have probably paid maybe $350, $400. It just depends. Depends on the day that I go and whether they're on certain discounts, but I can tell you I would not have picked this amount up this price. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and get these photographed and listed. Definitely don't want to create a death pile, as the resellers refer to it. Yeah, I try my best to list up the items that I pick up as soon as possible. I usually will only do one sourcing trip a week and list everything up throughout the week, so I'm not accumulating stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will link up a couple of my other videos on the screen. But yeah, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.